Good morning, everybody. It's a great Saturday morning that I'm out here wanting to share with you outside of our sanctuary and outside of the historical chapel at Christ Episcopal Church. The vestry, the reentry team, and myself wanted to reach out to you all and share some of the results from the survey that you all filled out. Our reentry survey of looking at ways that we might be able to return to in-person worship here. We had 91 people fill out that survey, and we are so thankful for all your input, all your comments. We had 8 pages of comments on that, and some very insightful pieces in there. So thank you for filling that out. Out of those 91 responses, 82% or 75 people said that they're not ready to come back to worship yet. They just don't feel comfortable coming back. They are possibly at high risk, and just with the COVID-19, just not ready to come back. That means also that 18% or 16 people said that they are ready to come back. And as we started to look at further down the survey and asked about outdoor worship, that number increased. And so more people are interested in coming back to in-person services if we have outdoor services. So the vestry has asked the reentry team to start to look into that, of what the possibility is of having outdoor services once a Sunday and all that. And that's why I'm out here, is because we've looked at the parking lot and we think that that might be the best location to have an in-person worship and keep it outside and all. Some of the other results were obviously the keys to participating in live services and coming back is dependent on when we have an effective vaccine. There was broad concern about the high-risk members of our congregation. And there's also a great support of our Zoom services that we've been doing. So those seem to be working well. There was a fairly broad request of more music at the 10:30 service. So Kathy Mordeau and myself, our music director, we're looking at ways of helping and working on that as well. So look forward to a little bit more music at our 10:30 service coming up. There also was requests for more involvement and ministry opportunities for the youth and children. Also suggestions for expanded Bible study, Christian education, and also interest in small groups, both socially and for study. And so we're looking at all those possibilities, and maybe we can start to do some small groups outside at a park or something, and so the reentry team is looking at all that as well. But the vestry has asked the reentry team to start to look at in-person worship out here in the parking lot, outdoors. And so we wanted to share a little bit of that information. We're still going to have our social distancing out here. We're still going to be needing to wear our masks. So find your favorite mask. This is a fishing mask that Pat Fisher made for me. So we will still need to wear our masks even though that we are outside. And we'll still have all the safety protocols. We'll be looking at possibly again having a registration or being able to sign up for services so we know how many people are coming. But we want to hear from you. If you have ideas about outdoor worship or anything, please contact myself or Trevor. Also, we got some great responses on ways to move forward, even with Zoom, again, with some small groups and Bible studies and all that. If you're interested in that, let us know. We want to hear from you, and we'll be putting some teams together to get those opportunities off the ground. And if you'd like to be part of that team, you can reach out to myself or Trevor Hart and our senior warden, and we'll get you connected with the right person. And once we have those teams together, we'll put out a request as well. But just know that you have been heard. Know that we are working with the Bishop's office, with Canon Alex Dyer, Canon Carl Andrews, to make this as safe as possible. They are our residential experts, if you will. And so we're running all of our protocol through them to make sure that we think about all the different possibilities. Some of the things might be bringing your own chair and your lawn chair or your little fold-out chair. Everybody seems to have those these days. And that way we don't have to worry about cleaning our chairs here and all that. And again, just different ways that we can mitigate the spread of any possibilities. So come and join us as you feel safe. For those who do not quite yet feel safe, know that we are going to continue to have our Zoom worship. We are going to continue, and we'll have cars driving by in our worship, and we'll be hearing all the fun of activity in downtown Castle Rock. But we will be here. We will be together. So look for more information coming up soon. we'll be sharing more and more and some of the protocols as we get closer to our in-person worship. But again, we're hoping for early July. We're wanting to make sure that we don't rush anything, that we don't forget anything, that we run some trial runs and make sure that we've thought of everything possible. But mainly, know that you are in our prayers. Know that you continue to be in our prayers, in my prayers, my personal prayers. Know that we are doing this as safely as possible. We know people want to gather. We also know that some people need to stay at home on Zoom, and that will always be an opportunity until we can all gather in a very safe way. And even at that, we're looking at ways of live streaming our services. So from now on, I think Christ Episcopal Church is going to have an online presence. But join us. Know that you are in my prayers, and we thank you for your amazing input and thoughtfulness on our survey. God bless.